Okay, are you ready?
We are rolling.
Okay. Very typical standard stir fry for like shredded vegetable, cabbage, onion. You can start seasoning. Salt, pepper. This is mushroom powder. Okay. So back in the day they used like MSG. You know, like MSG is like you know, Asian people use a lot of MSG, but now it's like people don't really use MSG anymore because it's not really healthy, so they say. So we're gonna use mushroom powder to replace MSG. But I think mushroom powder has MSG in it, but I don't know, okay? But, so I remember when I used to work at Chinese restaurant, they have a wok that's very big, right? Like this big, and they put like shredded cabbage, carrots, bean sprout, whatever. They put in the wok, but they fill it up so much. It's like a mountain. It's like this, like literally like this big. Okay, so they wok this big, they put it all vegetable, and then it's like this big, and then they just like, oh, there you go, I'm done. Or they went to do something else, and then like as the vegetable cook, they just like slowly like reduce, and then until it becomes like very like soft and mushy, and then it soaks up all the oil, all the sesame oil, the seasoning, like it becomes like very flavorful. And that's they use that for filling for like a lot of stuff, you know, egg rolls, stir fry, chow mein, whatever they use. You know? I can see the vegetables start to get. So this is gonna be your filling. See the broth here? This is where all the flavor is, you know? Delicious. Now the secret. Once I cook down a little bit, yeah, sesame oil. If I can find my sesame oil. Ah, here we go. So this is just something I learned from one of the places I work at. You can make it any way you want. But they really just loaded up their filling with sesame oil. And then they added a lot of pepper. Now we'll just do all the seasoning just to make it more flavorful. Salt. Oh, this is good flavor. Not bad. So this is good. Very simple and delicious. Oh. It's 3:30. All right. Oh, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna heat up some oil for deep frying. Obviously, you cannot do it like the way we do it at a restaurant. But you can just you do it at home like this. You don't have to put so much oil, just like this much. Don't put more than this. But one thing very important: make sure if you ever want to deep fry anything at home, use cast iron. Don't use stuff like this or aluminum pot or any other pot. Make sure you use cast iron. Okay, because the oil will heat up like to more than 350. That will just like ruin your pot. Okay, cast iron basically has very high heat resistance, so whenever you want to fry something, make sure you get one of this. This is awesome. Iron. Should I waste an egg?
We got a lot of eggs, don't we?
Nah, let's just use one. Let's just use one and a little bowl maybe. Okay, already shooting, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut those so we can.
Yeah.
All right. Back on.
Okay. So I'm gonna make egg rolls. Okay, so this is a egg roll skin. You can just go to any market to buy it, but the only thing special about this one is it's very thick. I don't know if you can see it right here, like it's pretty thick. Okay, so when I used to work at Chinese restaurant, we use thick wrapper. Okay, nowadays they use like very like thin one to give it more like flaky, crispy texture. But back in my day, we used this kind of egg roll wrapper. Anyway, so I'm gonna use this one too. So they look like this. After you make it, they look like this, right? You recognize these in any Chinese restaurant. They have this. This is definitely one of the appetizers that changed the game for Chinese restaurant, man. If they think of a Chinese restaurant, they're gonna think about egg rolls. Right? So the thing about this is that this one has a little bit of eggs in it. And also this thing dries up like crazy, so once you start opening them, you have to like use it right away. Okay, and then so this is what it looks like. I'm gonna double wrap. Okay, and make sure if you want to save it, make sure you wrap it right away, and then freeze it. You don't have to film this part. I have to wrap it right away, so.
You can cut around it.
So I wrap it with the plastic. How many should we make? Let's make one more. Let's make 4. Let's make 4. Alright, so egg rolls. Scans off like this. I'm double wrapping it so it's thicker. Okay. And then egg rolls basically comes from this. Okay, so the filling we made earlier obviously can be used for this too. Okay, and you can see just cabbage. Okay, you can put more stuff, like some people put mushroom, some people put meat, but this is good enough just for demonstration. Okay. A little bit here. So back in the day when I worked at Chinese restaurant, we make our own egg rolls. Okay, I know restaurant now they just order from a factory, just make a couple of phone call and then they deliver egg rolls to them. But what's the fun in that? You know, like when I started working, we make our egg rolls. There will be like egg roll day, and we have like 5 workers just sitting around the table and just make egg rolls. Okay, so there's the egg roll. Very simple. There's no tricks to it. This is just starch water, and then this is just for sticking to the edge. And there you go. There's your egg rolls. This is not the prettiest egg rolls. Okay, but imagine if you do this every day, your egg rolls gonna look like factory made. Don't overstuff. Okay, so the way I was taught to make egg rolls nicely is really like the first fold. You make sure it's 90 degrees, so make sure like right here is like 90 degree, and then like make sure right here is also like 90 degree. Because you can see like right now it's not 90 degree anymore, right? So like it requires some talent to make this, and I don't have it, so my egg roll is not gonna be the best looking. But if you can want to do this yourself, awesome looking egg rolls, you know. There you go, these egg rolls. Pretty ugly, but oh well, doesn't matter. Let's just make 4. Yeah, just don't overstuff them. You know, the skin will break. Make sure this is straight angle. Straight angle. And this part's supposed to be even too. Do you see? Like this part not even. So my egg roll's gonna be ugly. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't have talent. This kind of thing requires some talents, man. Some people I work with, they just make beautiful egg rolls. There you go, egg rolls. And this one is just single wrap. We'll just use it up. over to the
Before you dunk them, we'll just repo the light.
Do the chopstick. A bit more professional. Okay, ready? Shoot.
Rolling.
Okay, so obviously you want to see if it's hot enough. Okay. So temperature goes up very, very fast. You know it's hot enough. Maybe pretty hot. Well, we're gonna see. Put it in. Yes. And there you go. Just like that. So when we use this skin, the sticker skin, it just really will like make a like good bubbly crust like this one. You see this thick air bubble right here? You know, like obviously this one is not pretty, but the idea is just to get that texture, has that bubbly texture. You know, so we use sticker skin. If you use that very the new generation Eggroll with the skin is very thin, it doesn't give you this texture. So I guess they don't want this texture, they want like a smooth texture, it looks better. But where I'm come from, we make Eggrolls like this, man. We make our Eggroll like crocodile skin. Okay. And then everything's already cooked. So this is all about just getting the color right. And you know, just if you cook it at home, then it's kind of like you're pan frying it basically. So you just have to flip it yourself. And this one is crazy. Look at this. Cool, man. It's great. I love it. So this is pretty much done. You know, this color is good. You don't want to go over this color. It's not too bad. This is pretty good.